Hey everybody, clearing. I got a comment yesterday that I should do this in a more calming way and do a little bit extra. So I've got my, my evil eye on. So on behalf of everyone, we're gonna have a little bit more like I'm rubber, you're glue, whatever negativity comes in, it bounces off of me and sticks to you kind of stuff. And we've got like extra clearing here with this clearing. And I'm also just gonna wipe away like Bob Ross, like happy little thoughts, coming into happy little thoughts. So you can fully receive this message. Like just get a little angel tickles all over your aura and wipe the day away. All right, we good? We good. Capiche, capiche. We're here. Okay, so we're gonna dive into what we can for what the divine feminines need to know about how divine masculines are moving in these connections at this time. So thank you, divine creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through. What can we see for the divine feminines regarding how true divine masculines, how their divine masculine is moving in these connections, what their thoughts are, why they're making the decisions they are, why they're showing up the way that they are, what is their take on what's happening, and why are they approaching the connections and their feminine the way they are. I'm also going to look at energetics that are kind of floating around the conscious understanding of masculines, the union space, what's happening in the energy, and then what the feminines need to know about all of these awarenesses that are going to come out at this time. All right. Well, let's get into it. So consciously, divine masculines, about these connections. What's going on? Okay, lovers, grounding the higher love, grounding these connections into the physical, stewarding these things, bringing them into the physical. This is anchoring in the hypothetical, the higher love, and making it practical. What's backing this? Yeah, they want to have progress. They want to bring these connections out of choppy water into smooth sailing. They want to help heal inner child wounding in you, divine feminines, and in their lives. They want to take care of the scenarios for the betterment of future children or existing children. They want to be good stewards of this. They want to usher it in. They want to ground this. They want to embody this protector, this way shower, a safekeeper. They want to be accountable here. What is the energy that's affecting the connections? Spine of fire, true self-passion, motivation, and purpose. So the masculines are getting to a point of purpose to the degree they're generous enough to be of service. They are generous enough to channel this through and start using the information, this instruction, the higher instruction of how to ground this love in practical ways. They want to start using this more so in leadership for these connections in their own life and out into the world. This is part of their purpose, their higher calling, their inner motivation, their passion, their true self. So masks are falling. This true self, genuine aspect of the masculines that really wants to contribute, that really wants to have meaningful effect in their worlds is coming to the forefront. And this is the alignment. So feminines, you've been coming into alignment, embodying what you want to see, taking matters into your own hands to become somebody that is truly worthy of being loved the way it is possible. And both are coming into this alignment, this righteousness, authenticity. What is the instruction for the feminines? 10 of Wands. Okay, so this is the end of burden. This is still talking about staying in your own zone, feminines, and taking care of, alleviating this burden, doing your due diligence to continue finalizing karmic contracts, getting rid of anything that you're doing out of duty, really moving away from that stuff by taking accountability so you never have to have things drag on again that are not serving in the highest. So full responsibility and, ending any of the karmic contracts that no longer honor. Forgiving yourself and others, I just heard, for the past, and making amends by evening the playing field, I just heard. So whatever that means, take it as it resonates. What are the masculines thinking about you, Divine Feminine? How are they maneuvering? Wow, 10 of Wands. They're literally knowing that you have burden to clear, the same card. So yin yang. So they also know that they have certain burdens to continue to clear. And then we have this Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is this purpose. It would be like the spine of fire equivalent here. So we've literally got this sacred mirror going on, where the 10 of Wands reduces to the Ace of Wands, where this new inspiration, new found purpose, new motivation comes in after burden is ended. There is a newfound spark. The fun part. We get to the fun part. So masculines really see you doing that. It inspires them. It motivates them. There's a camaraderie. There's a teamwork going on. They very much want to step into the limelight with you, I just heard. So they want to clear any of their insecurities, their emotional insecurities. So it looks like feminines, there's a classic case of needing to clean up certain things in the physical and, allow for that to be something you're capable of doing. And likewise, the masculines are doing this internalized process of cleanup and eliminating disconnect between, emotional accountability or gotta feel it to heal it. So the masculines are feeling it to heal it. They're facing their emotions. They're taking accountability for their emotions. And feminines, you're taking care of cleanup out in the material world is what I'm getting here. What is the energetic? Temple of Perfected Essence, divinity, honor, responsibility, and humility. So yeah, everybody is just humbly taking care of business and righting the wrongs and doing better now that they know better. And, this is done in real moment to moment, real life, day to day scenarios where we show up, we do our best, we don't bulk, we face it, and we, through humility, allow for what is needed to deal with that and clean up. What is the advice for the feminines? Exactly, more karma cleanup here. So it's really looking at what you can do and not resisting what is showing up in front of you to be cleared right now. So with humility, just doing what is right, doing what is needed, doing what is necessary, doing what you can, doing it with a glad heart, doing this in love. So any squeaky wheel energies, really looking at what solves the problem once and for all, rather than carpet sweeping, denying, resisting, objecting. It's really carefully considering with humility what you can actually do to just be done with those burdens. What are the masculines? How are the masculines moving in regard to the heart in these connections in general? 2 of Wands and 8 of Cups. So they are recognizing the divine feminine as their counterpart, as their power couple, as their duo to take on the world. And even though they might not be fully showing up right now, they're not fully gone. So they are standing vigilant to the sidelines right now. Yeah, they are energetically backing at this time is what I heard. So they feel there is loyalty warranted here. They're on your team. this is you, divine feminines, and the two of you here, you're not alone in this process. You know how significant your masculine's energy is and how this connection, it may not look obvious on the surface, but there is this gone but not gone lingering connection that others may not be fully aware of, but the two of you share. So your masculine really does understand that you need to come to the forefront in your own life, possibly in your own karma cleanup right now, and be present in your world. I heard as a mascot of your own triumph, and that your masculine is there. But as far as your karma cleanup, your rite of passage, your overcoming, your major life decisions, you've got to be at the forefront of that. And they are taking a step back so that you can go through that resilient becoming, is what I just heard. Chamber of Incantation, invocation, spellcraft, summoning, and ceremony. So this is a rite of passage that's happening right now. We are earning our stripes, we're earning our freedoms, we're earning our crown of glory, we're earning our wings, we're earning our halo, we're earning our righteousness by taking full accountability for the things that we need to take accountability for, and not being saved by each other, not being saved outside of ourselves. We're dying to self, that humility that's coming in. We are taking full wholehearted accountability for the things that we have on our plates that will free ourselves to have our energy free and clear to pursue a love like this. The masculines are doing it, the feminines are doing it. What is the advice for the feminines? The Two of Wands here. There's a masculine on this Two of Wands and a feminine here. So let your masculine have their space to do what they need to do. So I'm seeing this masculine about ready to take a leap of faith off of this tall building and get down to business. But it's like feminines first. There's some sort of an inspired motion that's coming when you step through this rite of passage, feminines. Your masculine, energetically is supporting you while you step into leadership in your life, and you can do the same, but just know that your masculine is also preparing to make some major changes and have a rite of passage, or is mirroring this rite of passage right now. So it's not all about the masculine showing up and being at this stage, being the champion of the feminine, so the feminine doesn't have to go through things on their own. Everybody has to be accountable for their own rite of passage, their own karma, to come into mastery. So, the masculine doesn't owe the feminine that. It's really supportive for the feminines to also go through their karmic cleanup and accountability and find their way through without muddying the waters with the masculine coming in and stunting the growth or that sort of thing. There is this backing in both cards. The other one's energy is fully there supporting. You know how it feels, counterparts. You know what this gig is. So just let it be what it is. Who cares about what it looks like on the surface, or if it's a certain stage in the physical? You know what this energetic backing is doing for your heart and your motivation here. What are the masculines? How are the masculines moving regarding the feminine on the heart space? Wow. So they're getting spiritual instruction to offer something that's warranted, that's justified. They see you as cosmic counterparts, spiritual counterparts. This is the high priest to the high priestess. They see you as spiritual, energetic equals. They see that warrants this major offer. This is life partnership. This is business collaboration. This is living together. This is conceiving a child. This is having a conversation. This is going away together to focus on each other. This is investing in certain things. This is offering their opinion. This is telling you that you've been right all along about this love I just heard. The masculines are getting the spiritual guidance that it's approaching time to really honor the connection with a gift. that they've been waiting for this opportunity for the energy to align so that it's appropriate to start offering this higher contribution. Feminines, you must be free and clear to pursue for your masculine to plant these seeds and have them flourish. If you're not, if they're not, if either of you are not, or both of you are not clear from your karma, these offerings will fall on barren soil, or they will not, they'll wither. If they sprout, they won't be watered because you'll be pulled apart. So stay with the process. These masculines are now knowing, though, that it's becoming more valid to get ready to actually offer something big here. Harmony, cooperation, dynamic interaction. Right. So just imagine you come together and you try to, I'm seeing two people coming out into a road, and they have a rope between each other and they're holding on to it, but each of the people have a rope to somebody else or many other energies, and that's pulling, and it's very hard to hold on to the rope together. But whereas if you don't have all these tethers to these other things, you can just like skip down the road and have a merry old time. It's harmonic. So yeah, that's like the free and clear to pursue. What can we see for advice for the feminines? This is what divine timing is with King of Wands. So this is the divine masculine and divine timing coming in. This is the Hierophant, this download of the timing, the instructions. And yeah, trust in divine timing. Trust in your masculine's lead. Trust in the wisdom of your masculine to not have offered so far on the level that they're preparing or being guided to do, and just trust that they are keepers of the divine clock. I just heard. So they follow this intuitive guidance to offer when they feel legitimately they are guided to do so. It becomes impossible for them to hold back when it's actually divinely guided. And so wait that out, feminines. Wait until your masculine feels it's going to be harmonic, and then just watch how that feels, instead of, any kind of reaching for it or wishing for it or longing for it or selling your masculine on it or trying to convince them or even wishing you could do that. Just let go of all of that. Trust the process, trust the journey. What can we see for how the masculines are being guided to move regarding the manifestations here? Prince of Pentacles. So I'm getting that a lot of them are working on their finances. This is slow and steady, building finances, saving, investing, doing things to lay a foundation for when this sunshine of the love can come to the forefront. Right now, it's like the dawn. This is illumination that comes in divine timing and this planning behind the scenes. So I'm getting that you're going to be really surprised at how long diligently your masculine has been investing in a plan for the future here that will come to light in divine timing, feminines. So they have been working on something for a lot longer than you think they have consciously. And I do get that it has to do with their money, their resources, their strategies, their foundation that way, that it's going to come to light when it's appropriate. And you're going to be amazed at how long they have been funneling their plans towards this eventual destiny with you. What is the energetic? Progressive awareness, multi-directional change. And so, yeah, there's a building. It's a need to know basis. So this is master strategy. Masculines have been working away behind the scenes, but you may not be aware of it. When it is warranted in the energy to get to that level, that's when this information will come up and this progressive awareness will come to light. What is the advice for the feminines? So this is an immediate investment card here. So this is saying, don't wait. Don't waste another day. Invest in your future. Invest in the higher timelines. Don't wait until your masculine comes forward, because your masculine is already being wisely preparing. So feminines, just because you don't know what your masculine has been up to does not mean that they aren't squirreling things away and making good calls behind the scenes, and you're being guided to do the same. If you haven't, without further ado, continue to invest in what you want to see in the future. Don't wait to make the changes or start planning towards your abundant future. Don't spin your wheels. Don't be in procrastination. Don't be in the energy of waiting until your masculine comes forward to do the things you need to do to prepare for your success. What is the action the masculines are being guided to do? King of Wands and Prince of Cups. They're loving themselves. They're giving themselves pep talks about coming forward. This is the King of Wands for the second time. Is it Knight of Wands? Yeah, it's King of Wands. So this is your masculine becoming that version that's going to come forward and be your life partner. And this does require the masculines to tap into self-love, that confidence, nobody else needing to tell them anything about it. They're going through this internal knowing. They're gaining in their own worthiness, their confidence. That goes hand in hand with yours, feminines. What is the energy at large? We have Seal of Indivisible Vision, Psychic Vision, Hidden Meanings, Dream Readings. So this is dreaming about each other. This is reading between the lines, seeing the changes without having to be told, feeling the energetic shifts, tuning into your own awareness and being able to see that there have been emotions balancing and stability coming in and new innovative thoughts coming in. Really using your intuition as confirmation of progress here. What is the instruction for the feminines? Three of Pentacles. So this is working together in the physical. There does seem to be a lot of pentacles in this reading. I do feel like with the first card of the Lovers, grounding this into the physical, that the material realm considerations, finances, financial planning, investing, making smart decisions, wise decisions with money, that it's all coming together. It's like each is intuitively being guided to make certain decisions that will lend itself to bringing this connection more firmly together in a harmonious way. Okay, let's see what we need for, what are the masculines being shown are their biggest challenges? Missed opportunities and hoping that the feminine isn't walking away. So we got the Eight of Cups earlier on, where the masculines were gone but not gone and taking a step back. But they also run the risk of, and they're just human, you have free will, so they're not going to be so cocky as to believe that it's a sure thing. They also don't know 100% if you're going to hang out and wait for them. They see there is a risk because they haven't come forward. Their human is a little bit, uncertain whether you're going to hang around or not. And so that's a challenge for them. They might be a little bit nervous sometimes, or come across in certain ways when you're communicating, or emotions might be running high a little bit. Like they don't have it all figured out. This is a bigger challenge for them, as even though they're being guided to make some moves behind the scenes and to keep investing in these higher timelines, they don't know with 100% surety how this is going to go. And the times where you're not trusting the love, you might just walk away, and they know that that would be reasonable for somebody in your position to do. So that's a challenge, because they know that there have been opportunities to sort of kick this off in the past, but they haven't felt like it was time yet, or they got cold feet. And that's not wrong, because everybody on this journey, we're channeling divine instruction, but also learning our intuition. And so masculines, if you're watching, don't feel too badly about the times that you have missed opportunities, because they've all been for a reason. And feminines, don't hold it against your masculines, because it's all been for a reason. Pleiadian Stargate, freedom, sensitivity, beauty, sensuality. So freedom and free will here in this challenge is that everybody in this journey is a free entity, that it is all up to us at any given time whether it continues to work for us or not. We're not bound. There is nothing binding saying we have to come into union with these individuals. That will always be a choice. With evolved conscious relationships, it's never a duty or binding. It's so aligned that it is a heart-centered choice in both parties to continue investing. And that is a high level of consciousness where it therefore becomes a sacred honor and a delight that this person, you keep falling in love more and more with this person's energy and character and the way that they do show up. And so, yeah, the masculines know that they're going to have to start bringing more of their truth, more of their essence, more of their originality and authenticity. And they do want to offer you who they truly are in all their creative glory. They want to reveal themselves to you, feminines, but they know they haven't fully done that in the past. What is the instruction for the feminines here? Be open to love offers. Be in receptive mode. Don't hold the past against your masculine, and don't fear that you're not worthy of their love, because they do want to bring you love offers and they do want success here. I heard, I do want to marry you. So yeah, they do want to offer you something. I mean, take marriage as it resonates. It may not be for everyone, but I did just hear that. So yeah, masculines know that this is their chance to shine, or, are hoping that you will hear them out, that you are who they think you are, and that you do love them unconditionally. What is the solution to this challenge? Overcoming the scarcity, the lack, the competition, the insecurity, the fragility, really overcoming this devil and knowing that these connections happened for a reason, that there is a firm foundation, that these connections are so deep and stable that the devil hasn't got anything on these connections. And so, yeah, anchoring that faith in, knowing, masculines, knowing that your feminine is holding on to this, is protecting it in their heart space. What is the energy for this solution? Invention, innovation, scientific pursuits. So this is about seeing it realized in the material, grounding this energy into the physical, connecting and following guidance intuitively in the moment, in the physical. This is my card, scientific pursuits of actually, experiencing this stuff in real life and bringing it in. So overcoming any kind of material realm obstacles or distance or separation, and trusting the love, masculines, bringing this in. So masculines are mustering this awareness that none of the weak energy has influenced the connections ultimately in a detrimental way, and that it is simply time to start bringing some of this in. What is the advice for the feminines? Oh, Four of Pentacles. Hang on to the connections. These are two of the only Four of Pentacles card with feminines on them. So feminines, you are very clearly being guided to hang on to these connections. Don't tell yourself devilish stories right now about these connections. What is the masculine being guided to do in the near future? To celebrate the karma cleanup and to, squeak through those blockages. The masculines are being guided here to where there's a will, there's a way, and to stay the course as well. So both counterparts are being told to stay the course at this time. What is the energy card? Enthusiasm, learning, generosity, and fortune. So it's like a final push before light speed I'm getting here. Both are being told to stay with it because there's fortune on the horizon. Seven of Cups, unconditional love. There's a few cards of, you know, finding that impossible path forward, finding that genius, stroke of genius. There's something that's about to open up because of the diligence, the perseverance, the tenacity, the resilience, the heart that the counterparts have demonstrated here. It's about to pay off. About to pay off. It's about to pay off in love, in life. Okay, let's get one of these cards, and then I'm going to get two more of the other ones. Adventure. Okay, so there's some adventure coming in. Embrace the unknown. Practice unattachment. Change is imminent. Take a leap of faith. Say yes. And now I'm going to get one card for the masculines, one for the feminines. What can we get for the masculines? Something a little bit into the past. Accept help. Yin moon. Okay, so masculines are surrendering to not having to do it all on their own. I'm getting here that there may have been help offered to the masculines from female friends, sisters, mothers. There's something here where masculines are admitting that community involvement, where they're asking to, where they have asked for higher guidance or for community support regarding these connections. So yeah, masculines, this is a confirmation that you did the right thing, whatever that means, that you got advice, that you listened to feminine energy with that yin. What about the feminines? Quicksilver moon, changes. So changes are coming. And there are union swans here on this card. So there is a change towards union. Whatever it is that you've been hoping and praying for that would happen next in your connection, that would really make a practical, grounded difference, I'm getting that is around the corner here, feminines. That's beautiful. Okay, many blessings. Bye for now.